So you're a mom of 5. Tell us about motherhood.
Oh my God, I love it. I mean, so I've got my 4 daughters, and my daughters, they're fine. Oh, my son. Oh my God, I love my son. Okay, so he came over last Sunday. He was hungover. I mean, he's always hungover. What was he doing? He's in my fridge, okay? He's pulling out ham, turkey, the mayonnaise. He's filling up a cooler. He leaves, doesn't say bye. I'm cracking up. And my daughters, they say, "You can't take Ma's food. That's Ma's food." I say, "Who cares? Girls, shut up."
Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Miss Kafue. So thank you for joining me on yet another video. So today we're talking about toxic boy moms. Are you a toxic boy mom? Do you know of any toxic boy moms? So in this video, we'll get to hear different perspectives, different stories of toxic boy moms. We'll even get to see some of them. And then I'll be back to give my take on this video.
So you're a mom of 5. Tell us about motherhood.
Oh my God, I love it. I mean, so I've got my 4 daughters, and my daughters, they're fine. Oh, my son. Oh my God, I love my son. Okay, so he came over last Sunday. He was hungover. I mean, he's always hungover. What was he doing? He's in my fridge, okay? He's pulling out ham, turkey, the mayonnaise. He's filling up a cooler. He leaves, doesn't say bye. I'm cracking up. And my daughters, they say, "You can't take Ma's food. That's Ma's food." I say, "Who cares? Girls, shut up." Anthony's 38 years old. He's a growing boy. Oh, my daughter's so annoying, but my son, I love my son.
Right, I got it. So what would you tell someone that's like, on the fence about having kids?
That they surprise you every day. Like yesterday, my son came over. And what was he doing? He was going through my wallet. The kid is pulling out $20, $40, $60 bills. He writes himself a check for $14,000 from my checkbook. Okay, what's he writing the memo? Putting up with Mom. I'm dying over here. My daughters say, "That's Ma's money. You can't take Ma's money." I'm like, "Girls, please, you're not pretty enough to be this irritating." Oh, my son. Oh my God, I love my son.
Yeah, no, we've heard a lot about your son. Well, why don't you tell me about your daughters?
They're doctors. But my son, he did this hilarious prank last night where he pretended to rob me at gunpoint.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
My daughters say, "You can't do that." My daughters, they bought me a house. But my son, I would if I could.
Oh. Okay, all right, well.
Let me scoot you back for a sec. Hold on, this part.
He writes himself a check for $14,000 from my checkbook. Okay, what's he writing the memo? Putting up with Mom.
I know it's a skit, but we emulate the relationships that we see in our lives. I hear from people all of the time who have children who emulate their fathers and the way their fathers treat their mothers. This happens regardless of gender, of course, but it's very common and very normalized for men to talk shit on their wives in front of everybody. And if this was real life, I bet the parents in this situation would tell their girls to choose well without raising a boy who would be a good choice as a partner.
I never thought that I would be that toxic boy mom. I love my 4 kids equally, but that last little boy just hits different. And now I feel like I'm having this existential crisis. Before I wouldn't be that mom, that toxic boy mom. He hits his sisters, he punches them. I'm like, maybe he's having a hard day. So when I think about my daughters getting married, I get excited, right? Think about their dresses, planning their weddings. When I think about my son's wedding, I want to cry. Boy moms, we've got to step up. We got to realize that we are the problem.
My boy moms feel me on this, but my son has my heart and my soul. I obviously am obsessed with Stevie Lee. She is just the greatest little girl in the world. But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom.
I could absolutely never relate to these boy moms. I find it to be incredibly incestuous to think this way. And I feel like let me backtrack. Since I've become a creator with a fairly large following, I have been very, very cognizant of the things that I talk about in regards to my children on this app. Because digitally, this is going to be here for a long time. And I always try to think, if my sons came across this video, how would that make them feel? And if I made a video saying that my youngest, my little baby boy, was the pride and joy, my heart and soul in my life, how do you think that would make my oldest son feel if he ever came across that? And not only that, but how would it make my youngest feel? This is such a strange type of boy mom trope or incredibly unhealthy relationship with their sons, and I will never relate to it.
Does anyone else have a daughter and a son, and your son just melts the heck out of you? My son, I swear to God, is literally the sweetest little boy in the entire world. My daughter is just...
No, I can't relate. I've got 2 boys and a girl, and they all 3 get on my nerves equally. No, I'm just kidding. I love all 3 of my kids equally, but like, for you to be like, oh, I'm so in love with my boy, but my girl. I mean, like, I don't know how old your kids are, and to be honest, your videos are cringy, so I'm not going through your page to find out, but I hope your daughter's not old enough to get on here and go look at that video, because I can only imagine how that would make her feel. And I'm gonna be real honest, some of you boy moms are like extremely weird. And when I say weird, like, y'all are obsessive. You're raising these boys to become men, fathers, husbands, not little pussies. And that's exactly what's wrong with some of these boys. I'm not calling them men today. They're still like latched onto their mama's teat. And so they don't know how to go out and be a man because they're still attached. And some of y'all are the same moms that become monster-in-laws, literally. Anyways, I hope your daughter never sees your video, and stop being weird, please.
Can we stop with the weird trend saying that, like, your son growing up is like a breakup? This is my second of 2 sons. The entire purpose of my job is to get them to leave. Not like never talk to me again, but like leave and be self-sufficient and independent and like maybe find a partner. I'm like, what? I understand the like bitter sweetness of watching your children grow up, but that is not specific to boys. That's like, I look back at the baby pictures of my daughter who's now 8, going on 9, going on 46. And I'm like, oh, when she was a squishy little baby, thank you so much for the carrot, thank you. But that's just parenting. They get older and you like miss the little baby that they were because they're older. That's not, stop making it weird. It's not a slow breakup. Go to therapy. Imagine if a dad said this about his daughter. Imagine. Like, it shouldn't feel that way.
Aw, young love. I remember that feeling. My first boyfriend. That's his mom. Well, that's not his girlfriend, that's his mom. What? What?
When I first watched this video, I thought she is his girlfriend, but I ended up finding she is his mother. Now I do understand the relationship between a son and a mother can be really strong, but there is something off with this video clip. Did you feel the same? Let me know in the comments. This reminded me of a toxic relationship between a narcissistic mother and her son. The son is seen as nothing but a replacement of the spouse that is not there emotionally or physically, and then there is some kind of emotional or physical incest as well. The boundaries are blurred and the son is almost treated like a partner. The feelings they feel towards each other are more than what a son is supposed to feel towards his mother, and vice versa.
I am so glad that that woman's video went viral when she was talking about, you know, I love my daughter, but my boy has my heart. My son has my heart. I am so glad that that video went viral because it just proves that all the daughters of boy moms are not exaggerating. I literally was just talking about this, like literally. And my whole thing is, boy moms, why do y'all do that? Are y'all husbands not emotionally fulfilling you guys? So the next man in the house, boy in the house gets all of your attention? Like, what is it? And then here's the next question. Do you really feel like the emotional incest that you're performing with your son is going to help him or hinder him? Do you think that he's gonna go out into the world and now try to find his mommy and other women? Yes. Do you think that's going to help him Do you think that there are women just lining up to act like that boy's mommy? I would think that as a parent, you'd want to set your child up to be the most successful adult that they can be. But a lot of people have kids not thinking about the adult that they're gonna become. They have kids thinking about the kid. Oh, that's my baby, my son has my heart. Let's start thinking about the adult that's going to grow up internalizing that he has to find a woman like his mommy. Just think about how that's gonna hurt him in the future. Just proves that all the daughters of boy moms are not exaggerating.
You should go watch that video, because what came up for me is a realization, and I've always said this: boy moms are just simply retired pygmies. These women tend to have this parenting style that's very permissive and like low-key emotionally incestuous. They tend to coddle the sons in a very unhealthy way that the sons are not able to really free themselves in adulthood. Maybe you'll hear of the term mama's boys, but that is not the same as having a mom that was a boy mom, because a man can be a mama's boy and the mom doesn't even have to be a boy mom. But there's something about a boy mom that's very problematic. It creates a very unfair dynamic within the home. Pick me moms that are also boy moms, they tend to use authority to kind of subjugate the woman to unfair roles, or subjugate them to, women to very domestic submissive roles, while simultaneously coddling the sons and enabling the lack thereof. Like the way in which they pour into the daughters to kind of be like this independent or mommy 2.0, or center the sons tend to benefit from that. So boy moms tend to grow up with this very unhealthy relationship with women. And it's really because of how they were raised within the household, especially when it comes to the mother that had very permissive parenting. So if you were in a household with a boy mom, like the ways in which maybe your mom did not allow you to go out and do anything, all she really subjugated you to do was stay in the house and be mommy 2.0, and also simultaneously center the son. So those same sons will take those behaviors out into the streets and feel like the way in which their mother raised them and allowed certain things, and also what they saw their sisters go through, like they truly believe that is how it's supposed to be. And mind you, we're looking at the women that were under the same household with boy moms. Those women tend to grow up to be hyper independent. They have a lot of trauma from being a parentified child. It's boy moms centering the son so much in a way that makes you question, like, why are you loving this son the way in which you really need to be loving your husband? And also, too, when I think about boy moms, it makes me wonder if they receive adequate love from their husbands. Usually they don't. They tend to love the son in a way in which they never got a chance to love their son's father. So we have this passive neglect of the daughters. Meanwhile, the sons were like coddled and enabled to do these things that were quite inappropriate or unacceptable in traditional dynamics. So those sons also have this very unrealistic view of what relationships should look like between man and woman. And also what I've noticed is boy moms tend to make the daughters center the son in this very slave-like submissive way that puts the son on this passive pedestal. And it's so strange. All I know is whenever I hear boy mom, I just think it's a pick-me woman. And if she has a daughter, I know for a fact she has traumatized that daughter. Is there anyone that was raised in a household with a boy mom that does not have trauma? Please come forth, because I want to see. Maybe I'm wrong. But let me know.
Emotional incest. Let's talk about it. Your mother-in-law is not supposed to treat you like you're the side chick that's trying to take her man away, or the mother of any partner, really. These are the moms that didn't get emotional fulfillment from their husbands, so then they put all of that on their sons. Once that son is grown, mother-in-law, partner's mother has a really hard time letting go. Sound familiar? Then you're engaging in this tug of war over your dude with his mom. It's gross.
So your son gave Valentine's to all the boys in the class, but none for any of the girls.
Right. That's because I'm his only Valentine.
Okay, well, I just think some of the girls felt left out.
Well, they better get used to it. It's not like they're ever going to be good enough for him anyway.
Miss Cunningham, why are you competing with 6-year-olds?
Because they're trying to steal my son.
Oh yes, emotional incest, also known as covert incest, is a real thing. As adults, we all have emotional needs, but those needs must be met by another adult. In emotional incest, the parent turns to the child to get that adult-level emotional support. A parent relies on their child and treats them like an adult. The parent talks about inappropriate topics or asks the child's advice on adult matters. When a parent does this, they are essentially stunting their child's development. In a healthy parent-child relationship, the care goes from the parent to the child, and that's exactly the way it should be. It goes from the adult to the child. Children do not want to know about your relationship problems, your mental health issues, your financial struggles. They just want their parents to be happy and they want to be taken care of. People who have suffered from emotional incest can be guilt-ridden, they can be angry, they can suffer from self-harm behaviors, and struggle with romantic relationships. In another video that I made about prioritizing marriage over children, there were a lot of people in the comments who got very upset and threw fits because they said that a man could leave them at any time, but their children would be there forever. Therefore, they would always put their child over a man. I really hope that they mean that in a healthy way and that they have a healthy parent-child relationship with their child.
Thanksgiving with his wife's family instead of me. He's upset because I didn't invite his wife to our family Thanksgiving dinner, but she's not my family. We're not related at all. We don't even share the same blood. My baby boy is only 42 years old. There's no reason he shouldn't be spending the holidays with his mommy. My mama heart is breaking because he's gonna be starving since she doesn't know how to cook. He's also doing the same for Christmas. He truly married a witch. He married a witch who is breaking apart his family. Justin, son, if you see this, please unblock me. Your wife is evil. Would you say that your husband's the love of your life? No, my baby boy is. I didn't even know what true love was until my precious son was born. I always joke that if I wasn't his mama bear, we would definitely be married. I mean, I truly believe that he's my soulmate. Do you ever regret having a daughter? Only every single day of my life. Absolutely. And it's really simple. Girls are so much drama. They're so difficult to raise, yet my son has always been the perfect child and I'm obsessed with him. I was born to be a boy mom, if you couldn't tell. Your son's a grown-ass man. When are you gonna let him start dating? Never. And I've explained to you guys so many times, he already has a great female in his life, which is me. He doesn't need anybody else. As for my daughter, she's turning 10 years old this year, and I've been ready for her to start dating since like yesterday. I mean, I can't wait for the day that somebody finally takes her off my hands and I can give all my love and energy to my son because he deserves it. What would you do if your son got a girl pregnant? If my son got another female pregnant, that child would be calling me mommy, okay? I would raise that child with him. And if the child was a girl, then he wouldn't be in her life. It's really that simple. Why aren't you doing anything for your daughter's 10th birthday? That's so mean of you. Guys, I don't need to be raising a spoiled ass brat. That's why. And I'm saving all that money to give my baby boy a special 30th birthday because, like I said, he deserves everything in the world. Like, mind your business, okay? I'm so sad for your daughter. I can't believe you're treating her. No, what's sad is you judgmental nobodies harassing me on the internet, okay? If you're jealous of the relationship that I have with my son, just say so.
I fully support the notion that these toxic boy moms are the retired pick-me's, the retired pick-mishas. Like these boy moms want to be picked every time. These are the same moms who will be in a competition with their son's girlfriend, with their son's wife. These are the same moms who are the very toxic mother-in-laws. Because why? They make their sons so codependent on them. They have an unhealthy ancestral relationship with their sons. They establish emotional ancestral relationships with their sons. Like no wonder some of these husbands act very weird. You find that they treat their moms as girlfriends, like the video we've just seen of a guy who won a match, and then the mom jumps on him. Like, what the hell is that? Like, anyone looking at that video without knowing what is happening, they will straight up think that's the girlfriend. But that's the mom. You've seen these moms in baby showers, wanting to be the first one the son hugs, and completely like ignoring the mother-to-be. Like, this is her moment. Why are you there? Why do you want to shine? Just know your place. I think these are the same moms. And these moms are very toxic because they tend to parentify the girl child. The girl child does all the work. And especially if you're the firstborn daughter in an African or an Asian household, I think you're just not lucky at all because you'll tend to do all the work. You'll tend to be the parentified child. No wonder some of them say that moms raise their daughters. but they love on their sons. It's crazy, but I don't think a child's gender has anything to do with it. And these moms are the same ones who hate their daughters. Once their daughter represents like the younger version of them, they'll hate them for how pretty they are, for how well they are doing. These are the same jealous moms. They're jealous of their daughters, jealous of their daughter-in-laws. They're just toxic. They're just toxic. And this behavior is also a behavior that mirrors into centering men. Why are you centering your boy child? What special thing does he have? Children get on your nerves, whether they are boys or girls, they'll get on your nerves the same way. What do you mean that, oh, your boy is just the special child, the star child? What do you mean? How will your children feel once they watch that video? I remember, and this thing is practiced. Even if you look at your family, I'm sure you'll catch it. Maybe you are too young to catch on to it, but you'll notice it. So I remember in grade 2, my brother was born. So we just came home, we found my mother with a newborn baby. And mind you, I was too young to even notice my mother was pregnant. I just thought she had a big stomach. Like I didn't know more to eat. Like I was too young to process everything. So we were so excited. And then my mother told us that it's a boy. Oh my God, the excitement shot up to the roof. And then my dad came later at night and he was like, let no one dare play with my son. Eh? At that time, I just thought it's a sense of pride, but my dad really put a lot of emphasis on having a boy child, a lot of pride on having a boy child. Like it comes back to it. We also have some toxic dads, some toxic boy dads. Not only boy moms, but moms are so intense because they like tend to compete with the daughter-in-law. They like become the toxic mother-in-law. And I think it's sad. Why should you depend on your son that much? Why do you think you're entitled to his care as a grown woman? You should be secure in yourself. No wonder some of these men cannot leave their mothers. No wonder some of these men still live with their mothers. Their mother gives them no autonomy of their own. Their mother never empowers them in any way. They can't live. No wonder they struggle in their adult relationships because they can't detach from their mother, from the shackles the mother has laid since they were children. They can't. And sometimes you think you're the problem. No, you're not the problem. It's these mothers. It's this kind of mothers. And myself, I pray to God that I'm not this kind of mother. I don't like having an unhealthy codependent relationship with anyone. Leave alone my child. That will never be me. No wonder I'm working on myself. I'm really working on myself. I want to be the best person for me, for him. I want him to have it easy in his adult relationships. I'll be happy to be a mother-in-law. I'll treat that girl well. Better than I was ever treated. Because I'm not in a competition with her. I'm secure in my own skin. I have things to do. Like my major goal, like a woman said in this video, is to help my son live. Live in what sense? Live to be self-sufficient. Live to have his own mind. Go and pursue his own dreams without my input into it, without making him do what I really want, without living through him. Oh, you have to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor. I did not become a doctor. Please be a doctor. No. I want him to have his own free will. If he loves a woman, if he chooses to love a white woman, an Asian woman, a what woman, that is his choice. I won't try to tell him, oh no, that is his life. And I'll support him as long as it's not harming him. I'll support what he does as a mother. I think most of these toxic boy moms don't get the emotional fulfillment from their own partners. That's why they act like that with their own children. And I need you to open your eyes. If you look closely, you realize that boyfriend that you had so much trouble with, that most of the trouble came from the mother. Why? Because they have an unhealthy ancestral emotional relationship with their sons. They have made their sons very codependent on them. Their sons have no autonomy. And they end up ruining them. If you ask me, they end up ruining them. And especially if that's the only son, oh God, you're cooked. You're cooked. Or the son that is doing very well in life, you're cooked. If her son does not call her, you're the problem. If her son does not spend Christmas with her, you're the problem. They tend to blame everything on you. It's not like you cut off the Wi-Fi, you took their phone and threw it into the river. I think we have to do better as women going forward, especially if you have boy children. You have to do better. Don't treat these boy children as special. I've seen this in many African households. You get that the girls do all the house chores while the boys are seated watching TV. Why? Doing house chores is a life skill, it's not a gender role. These are the same men in their house who will be telling their wives, no, even my mother didn't tell me to wash dishes. Who do you think you are? These are the same men who will be telling their wives that. Let him wash those dishes, just as the girl. Let them sweep the house. Let them wash the clothes. That's not a gender role, it's a life skill. If he lives by himself, who will do it for him? Will you go there and do it for him? Anyway, let me not sound like I'm complaining, but this is a real issue in this society that really needs to be checked. No wonder some of us women can never be happy in our marriages, can never be happy in our relationships. Why? We tend to meet such men. Men of pick-me's, men raised by pick-me moms. So anyway, I don't have anything more to add to this topic. And we've come to the end of this video. I'd love to know your thoughts down below. Please share your thoughts on this video down below, and I'll be happy to engage with you in the comments. I really enjoy your comments, so please don't fail to comment on this video. Don't fail to like it, and also share it to people who you think it might be of help to. And until then, please stay safe. I really care about you. Stay safe, protect yourself, dress warmly if it's cold wherever you are. Have fun, take some time for yourself, do something nice for yourself once in a while, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.